Welcome back, everybody. As the midterms loom, President Donald J. Trump has issued another highly coveted endorsement. Quote, in the great state of Ohio, the candidate most qualified and ready to win in November is J.D. Vance. We cannot play games. It's all about winning. Ohio senatorial candidate, a businessman, and best-selling author of Hillbilly Elegy? J.D. Vance joins us. Pronounce that title. I was debating whether or not I was going to have a hard G or a soft G on that one. How is it pronounced?
Hillbilly Elegy, that's right.
Elegy, right on. Nice to meet you, sir. When Donald Trump first ran in 2016, you were kind of wary of him. But like the great one, Mark Levin, and many others, he had a change of heart and mind. What sparked your epiphany about Donald Trump?
You know, a couple things. I think one, when you saw the forces arrayed against Donald Trump, and I've never seen a candidate or a president in my lifetime that brought out the worst people in the country who were desperate to destroy him. It made me think, maybe there's something about this guy. He's doing something that needs to be done given how many people are going after him. I also just think that Trump's presidency, there were all these great policy accomplishments and achievements, but it also revealed the corruption in our country and in our bureaucracy. I mean, if you had told me 5 years ago that the FBI would get an illegal wiretap on a U.S. president, I would have said, that's crazy. No way would that would happen in this country. But thanks to Trump's presidency, it sort of revealed that a lot of these institutions that we rely on really are corrupt. So I think, all around, he was a great president. I'm 37 years old, certainly the best president of my lifetime. And I'm very honored to have not just his endorsement, but his trust, because I think this is about making the Republican Party more America first, more in line with what Trump tried to accomplish during his 4 years in office. We've got to do that. We've got to send the right people to do it. I'm glad that Trump thinks that's me.
Yeah, that's an uphill battle to get Republicans to put their own voters ahead of their friendships with these left-wing Democrats who push socialism on this country all the time, and a lot of misery. And I'm with you. I think it was policies, and just look at the contrast. 16 months of Joe Biden compared to 4 years of Donald Trump, that there's just no comparison. Our way of life, our freedoms, our liberties, there's just no comparison. John Durham says the CIA found data alleging the Trump-Russia connection was not plausible, he said, and was likely user-created, which means it was a complete fabrication by those pushing it. Meanwhile, 5 witnesses connected to the Clinton campaign's Russia hoax have refused to cooperate under the Fifth Amendment. I'm sure it's because they're 100% innocent, right? Some say, some heads need to roll, from James Comey and John Brennan to Hillary and Adam Schiff. What's your take on this?
Well, remember those 50 intelligence officials who signed a letter saying that the Hunter Biden laptop story was Russian disinformation? I mean, from the candidacy of Donald Trump in 2016 all the way through his presidency, there was an obsession in this country, Russia, 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 the idea that Trump was somehow compromised by Russia. And of course, the thing that's hilarious about it is the 4 years he was in office was the only time in the past 20 that Russia didn't invade one of its neighbors. So I think that it, again, shows this incredible corruption where our law enforcement and intelligence agencies, many of the people involved were trying to distract this country with a scandalous lie that Trump was in the pocket of the Russians, while at the same time it turns out that the Russians were more afraid of Donald Trump than they were of any other president of the last 20 years. So it's just ridiculous, and it's ridiculous that our country spent millions of dollars, that Congress did nothing for a couple of years except for investigate the fake ties between Russia and Trump. It was a massive distraction and scandal for this country, and heads should roll. I mean, FBI agents should be fired about this. There were illegal wiretaps that were gotten. There should be congressional investigations. Who signed off on that stuff? Why do those people still have jobs? The fact that nobody's faced consequences for it is almost as big of a scandal as the fact that it happened in the first place.
Damn right. And what did Obama know? And when did Obama know it? While Biden relaxes China virus restrictions for illegal aliens at the border, he's keeping them in place for American citizens. Fauci hasn't explained the science behind that, by the way. And also, we just got this ruling coming in, Florida judge saying that the mandate itself is unconstitutional. What say you about it?
Well, I think the judge is right, and thank God you have a Trump-appointed judge actually saving us from these mandates. It's really crazy to me that 2 years on, you still have to wear a mask to fly in this country. It's oppressive. It's clearly contradicted by the science. It's not obvious that the masks have done anything to slow the spread of COVID. And at this point, we just have to go back to living something like a normal life. We're eventually going to have another COVID wave. More people tragically will suffer because of it. But it's like a lot of other viruses. It's impossible to control. We have to try to live with it, deal with the consequences, get therapeutics out there so that people aren't as affected by it. But the idea that we can continue to destroy our lives, destroy the psychological health of our kids so that we control a respiratory virus that you can't control, we just got to get over it. It's been a 2-year failed experiment. It's time to end it.